this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
How you doing, YouTube? Editor Embious here. I just wanted to say something really quick. I'm going to be mentioning this later on in the video. You can run whatever you want with these specific skills. It makes every other gun better. I did the first clip without the knife at all. The second clip was with the knife, and the third clip was I was chucking it into the void. You know what I mean? You could run whatever you want on this build. You don't need the crit knife. Just wanted to make that abundantly clear. Now, if you enjoy this kind of content, you got to do a couple things for me. First, hit the like button. It tells me that you enjoy this kind of content and that I'm going to keep making more of it. And two, if you do like this content, make sure to tell me down in the comments who you want to see a build for next. Now, you enjoyed this video. Put a lot of hard work into it. So here is the build that we are rocking for Harlowe. Okay, first thing I want to go over is firmware. Obviously, you can run whatever you want, but if you're asking me, Harlowe with this infinite crit ability that she's got, you're literally critting on every single shot. Deadeye is by far one of the best things that you could be running right now. You get the gun accuracy for the first bit, which is really nice, I'm not gonna lie, because it does make a lot of the weapons out there much better, especially things like this Buzzy Muzz, or if you have a let's see, if you got like a Flutie, or if you've got a People's Bori, let's say, right? Like, these are very good weapons to be running here. I do like running this Buzzy Muzz because it did roll with the shotgun underbarrel. That shotgun underbarrel hits like a truck. So the Deadeye is going to give us the if you get 5 crits, it's basically 100% more critical hit damage, or gun critical damage, which is really nice, especially since all of our damage is coming from gun critical hits, which is why I also rolled into high caliber. The projectile speed is very nice for certain things. Like right now, we are rocking a radiation version of the Wombo combo. If you guys know if it rolls with any underbarrels, please do let me know. Also, let me know if it also could roll with a Jacobs part. If it does, this gun is probably going to be my favorite gun to run, if I can get it in radiation and with Jacobs part on it as well. The extra gun damage is nice. Gun damage itself, from what I've heard, is a multiplicative addition. It's not additive. So anything that's gun damage feels really good for stuff like this. Okay. Now, yes, we're all rocking the radiation wampa combo. We're also rocking the Buzzy Muzz. You can go Katagawa's Revenge. It does get a lot better if you put on a 3-piece of high caliber, and then just rock a 2-piece of Deadeye, because then the bullets will be able to not only crit the person. If you're rocking a Jacobs weapon, it's going to ricochet. It's going to bring out more of those like little floater guys. But then it'll also pierce, and if you hit either the ground or a wall that's like right behind them, it's going to spawn even more of those guys. It gets really ridiculous very fast. But I don't really like building around just one weapon. I want to make sure that a lot of weapons are being used. So I rock the 3-piece Deadeye. Now, I thought that I was going to want the triple bypass rep kit. I was originally grinding for it until I found this, the standard kill spring. It's freaking crazy because one, the healing isn't great. Don't get me wrong. It is a 17-second cooldown, but the blood siphon on this makes up for it, because on a kill, which we are always killing something here, it's very, very easy to kill. We convert 100% of any excess damage into healing orbs that seek out nearby allies, and we are an ally, so it will seek us out. We also got Enrage on there, so on use, it grants an increase to all of our damage dealt by 30%. That is all the damage coming from whatever we're shooting first, all of these status effects that we're putting out there. It's absolutely insane. And then you also take the additional 15% damage, which doesn't really matter because we have so much overshield. So yeah, I know I'm rocking the crit knife, but I want you guys to understand how not useful this thing is. I only rocked it because I rolled high caliber on this before and I wanted to get another piece of high caliber. You can rock whatever you want. The only thing that the crit knife is going to do for you is it's going to help you with the reload cancels. It gives you the 3 charges, and it's going to make your status effects crit as well. It's not a crazy big increase by any means. It's just that little bit of an extra oomph, right? Like I said, you could run literally whatever you want, right? Things like the collateral jelly, if you can get that in radiation, or cryo for instance. You can even run the other, it's not a crit knife, it's the legendary Jacob's knife if you want to get that feeling out there. You can run whatever you want. You don't need to run the crit knife. I'm just doing it because it has a piece of high caliber, and I haven't found a grenade that I really enjoy with high caliber on it. You know what I mean? So we're going to keep rocking the crit knife for now. Now, we are rocking the ultimate bio robot. So it's cool. Whenever Harlowe entangles an enemy, she creates an alternating cryo hazards and radiation hazards. That's all right. You get more hazard damage. The reason I'm rocking this is one of two things. Two things here. We have sustained reaction being rolled onto this, and we also have another 30% gun damage. I rolled the Deadeye on here, which feels really, really good. And that extra gun damage and the sustained reaction, I'll go over in a second, keeps this build alive indefinitely as long as there's an enemy near us. Now, it is no surprise that Jacob's weapons are amazing on Harlowe, okay? We got this quite a while back, and we didn't even realize it was just sitting in our bank collecting dust, okay? Bounce Pass and Sequencer. We're gonna go for Sequencer, okay? On Bounce Pass, whenever you do get a critical with a Jacob's weapon, you increase the ricochet by 1. That's insane because we're always critting, no matter where we're shooting, at all times. With Sequencer, the more crits that you get, the more bonus damage you're going to be getting, right? For a maximum of 8 stacks. So this is an extra 40% damage just by shooting your gun because your action skill is active. That's it. You get this for free, basically. Now, the rolls aren't perfectly great. You know, the gun critical damage feels really good. If I could roll gun damage on it, that'd be much better. And then sniper rifle damage. If you like the sniper rifles, this would roll into the Katagawa's Revenge pretty damn well, but I would prefer something else. I would prefer like gun damage, and then, I don't know, maybe assault rifle or SMG, depending on which weapons you like more. Now let's roll over into the skills. All right, starting off in the green tree. This is where the magic happens. This is where the skill comes from. So I'm going to start here, and then we're going to end it in the blue tree, and you guys will understand why this girl Harlowe is considered like the CC damage queen. You know what I mean? First things first is you want to get 5 points into momentum. Whenever Harlowe entangles an enemy, she and her allies deal increased critical hit damage. This is going to give you an additional 25%. We're always critting, so that feels really good. Neutron Decay. Whenever Harlowe irradiates an enemy, that's the status debuff of the radiation damage. She gains increased gun damage. This effect stacks. We got 5 stacks on here. Every stack giving you 10%, so it's an extra 50% damage right there. That's massive. We're gonna roll into, you can choose. You don't have to go into this just right away. You could start off doing this one right here. Whenever Harlowe shoots an entangled enemy, she and all of her allies restore a portion of their action skill cooldown. If you're starting this build out from scratch, I would recommend coming here first, and then putting 1 point into here, or maybe a couple points. You know, I would probably go for like max on this one here for creative overflow. Whenever you deal gun damage based on the overshield, the more overshield she has, the bigger the bonus, which is really, really nice. because we're going to be getting overshields endlessly, right? But this is really what you want to grab, like, first off. So I'd max this out and then put some points into whatever you want later, and then respec into this later. Because whenever Harlowe freezes an enemy, she receives a stack of 0 point. For every stack of 0 point, her action skill duration freezes for a short time. Now, at this point, you don't really have a way to freeze an enemy, right? I don't believe so, at least. It doesn't look like it now. So, you don't absolutely have to do this right now. You can do whatever else you want. You can get more cryo efficiency. You can get more reload speed, whatever it is that you want, just so you can get down over here into the right side tree here on the green tree. Now, nuclear winter is going to be unlocked once you put those last 5 points into the tree. And this is freaking crazy. All right. So, let me explain this real quick. Let me just read this out. Whenever Harlowe and her allies are inside the flux generator's radius, they deal bonus cryo damage. Whenever Harlowe and her allies leave the flux generator's radius, they instead deal bonus radiation damage for a duration. Whenever Harlowe inflicts cryo or radiation status effects, that enemy becomes entangled. So rocking things like this wombo combo that has a 10% chance to irradiate somebody, this is going to proc. Okay? So they're always just going to be entangled no matter what if you have that kind of a weapon, right? That bonus damage that you get from this lasts for 12 seconds, so you can pretty much keep this up at all times, as long as you have one of those weapons on you. Now, we come on over into the right side tree over here, and everything right over here is base. It's all up to you. Don't worry about it. You don't have to build it exactly how I'm saying it. Whatever order that you want to build it, put it in like that, okay? With refraction here, Harlowe and her allies gain the ricochet chance against entangled enemies. Critical hits double this chance, and ricochets have reduced damage. Okay, this is going to play really, really well because the first point you should be putting into is over here. Excited state. Harlowe gains increased critical hit damage, and whenever an enemy is damaged by Harlowe's action skill, the next shot on the enemy will be an automatic crit. Just so that you guys know, if you get that extra bonus cryo damage and the extra bonus radiation damage that you get from this over here with Nuclear Winter, that is considered action skill damage. This is what's giving Harlowe all of the crit damage, all of the infinite crits that you can have. As long as you keep your action skill up, this is active at all times. So then we come down into here, and this is where you're going to be getting all of your overshields from. This is your survivability right here. Whenever Harlowe's action skill, over here, damages an enemy, restore a portion of her and her allies' shield capacity. If their shields are full, they gain overshield instead. So if you're playing with a group, Harlowe has got to be one of the best Vault Hunters to run if you're trying to support them, because you are going to give everybody endless shields. Everybody. It is insane. Now, because you put all the points into this tree, you get group study, which group study is insane. So instead of you throwing your flux generator out there, you are going to get a HALO Sidekick for each ally instead of the flux generator. Now these things are flying at you. They're not like super fast, but they stick to you pretty damn well. All right. Now you're gonna be getting extra gun damage. You're going to be getting extra fire rate, extra reload speed, and you can also re-trigger the skill so that you get an additional stack. This you can do endlessly as long as you still have action skill duration, which is where this ties into. Because when you do wind up getting a freeze on somebody, you are going to keep that action skill frozen. The duration of the action skill actually freezes with group study here. So you can endlessly keep fucking proccing this re-trigger for your action skill throughout an entire fight. Now it's going to make it drain a lot faster, so as long as you have something to kill, as long as you have something to freeze, you're gonna be fine. Moving on over into the blue tree here, you don't really have a lot of wiggle room here. You definitely want to get down into that middle tree, and I'll show you right there at the end. All right, first things first, pick up Parallel Circuit, 5 points into there. It's going to give you even more gun damage after triggering or re-triggering your action skill. All right, this lasts for 8 seconds. So every single time that 8 seconds comes up, you can just re-trigger it. You can get that gun damage back up again. All right. Now, next 5 points, you're going to put them over here to Bright Future. Whenever Harlowe re-triggers, whenever Harlowe triggers or re-triggers an action skill, she gains increased fire rate. So now you're getting gun damage and you're getting more fire rate, 30% over here as well, every single time you press F. All right. Now, this is crazy. It's a kill skill. You only need 1 point for this. And whenever Harlowe kills an entangled enemy, automatically entangle another nearby enemy. This entire build is surrounded by entangling things. All right. So having this ripple effect here is going to make you an endless killing machine. All right. You are the perfect mobber. All right. Negative entropy. Harlowe gains increased gun handling. This bonus is doubled while the enemy's in stasis. We don't get it there. The reason I'm putting 1 point into there is so that we can unlock this one here. Precision engineering. Harlowe gains increased critical hit damage. We're always critting. This is a beautiful thing to pick up. You could roll some points over here if you wanted to. You would get extra elemental damage, extra status effect application chance, and more cryo effectiveness. I don't think you need it because of the specializations we're going to be getting into. All right. Now, the last couple of points, you're going to want to put the last 6 points over here. Kill skill. Harlowe deals bonus cryo damage with all sources. Now we come down into flash freeze. This is where I'm saying that Harlowe is basically like a CC queen, okay? Whenever Harlowe deals cryo damage with an action skill, she gains a chance to freeze that enemy. The chance is 30%. So, instead of rocking like big one-shots, you would want to rock something that has a lot of fire rate on it. So that's where I was saying before that things like the Wombo Combo, the Buzzy Muzz, you can rock the Fluties, the Bories, whatever you want. As long as it's got a good amount of fire rate, you are always going to be freezing something. Now, the reason that's really, really broken is because you also have ricochet chance here. So basically every single gun has a 30% chance to act like a Jacob's weapon. And it's also freezing everything. It's insane, the synergy behind this. It's insane. Now the question is, how do you keep your action skill up the entire time? How do you make sure that you always have infinite crits all of the time? And that is right here. Sustained reaction. So I'm getting a couple points into this because of my class mod. Now, I am getting, every single time I get a kill on an entangled enemy, I restore a portion of my action skill duration. We are always entangling something. We are always killing something if we're mobbing. The only way that we're not really getting anything here is if you're fighting a boss that has no ads, right? That's the only time this is not getting value, which is fine because we can just eliminate a boss in just a couple seconds anyways. So, if you wanted to mob, it's very, very easy with this build. And if you wanted to go up against the boss, like I said before, any weapon that you choose, Harlowe makes it better because of all the bonus cryo damage, all of the bonus radiation damage. And if you wanted to go bossing, I haven't tried it on UVH5 just yet, but I got this crazy Stellium shotgun right here. Everybody at this point knows the Stellium shotguns are really, really strong, especially if they roll with Beam Tosser. Now, Beam Tosser is weird. From what I've heard, yes, it launches that projectile that fires the 3 beams. It's like one's here, and then one's like here, right? That deal about 20,000 damage each, right? From what I'm understanding is it's not every shot that deals the 20,000 damage. It's every individual beam. So this weapon here, I can shoot those beams 3 times. So all 9 of those beams that I shoot out are doing that 20,000 damage from what I hear. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I've heard. Moving on over into specializations. Now, there's a couple things that are very, very important for this build. I don't have enough points just yet, but I'm going to tell you exactly what you should be running here. You should definitely go down the brute tree first. It's going to give you a lot of gun damage, but more importantly, it's going to unlock Riddle You This. Whenever the Vault Hunter deals gun damage, we're always dealing gun damage, you gain a stack of Riddle You This, increasing that gun damage. You get 50 stacks, and every stack is 1% per stack. So, this is an extra 50% gun damage just by shooting, which feels really, really good, especially since we're shooting very fast. Now, you're going to put 10 points over into Sharpshooter. You could run this. I'm just running this for the meantime. It's not really like super necessary. I always shoot from the hip a lot. But what I'm really looking for is getting 1 point into killer, so that unlocks contamination. Critical hits grant increased status effect application chance. Those status effects are what we're really after, because we're always critting, we're always going to have this. It's just easy crits, easy status effect application chances. We're putting 10 points over into runner so that we can unlock Daredevil. Now, Daredevil is going to be very, very good for us. I haven't gotten enough points into it yet, but we're going to trade out in the zone for I Am a Gun. I Am a Gun is pretty damn good because it gets all the bonuses from the gun damage. It now also applies to your action skill damage. We're amplifying the ever-living shit out of our gun damage. So putting this in here is basically feeling like a double dip. You know what I mean? Now, if you wanted to, you could rock this down here. I don't think it's good enough compared to everything else because we're going to need contamination for stat procs. I think really this, getting that extra 50% gun damage is better than getting action skill critical hit damage. I think this is just so much better because our action skills are already going to get the benefits from gun damage. So I think all you need is just 10 points into Daredevil and you're good to go. All right. Now, just so that you guys understand what it is that we're rocking with here. First off, I'm just gonna chuck this out here. You see that aura that we get? That's because this little guy, this little HALO Sidekick guy, is chasing us, right? As I said, you can move around. He follows you pretty damn well. So if you're standing inside of the radius of the sidekick, you are going to get that extra cryo damage. If you leave it really quick, you are going to get the extra radiation damage as well. Now, as I said before, you don't need the crit knife. You don't need it at all. You can rock whatever you want. And we're just infinitely getting crits no matter what. Literally no matter what. No matter what we do, we're getting critical hits. No matter what we do. Now, I'm just going to shoot these guys over here. I'm going to make them targets. As you can see, every single one of them is irradiated. And we're just going to start shooting. And we are getting non-stop crits on everything here. The only way that this gets even better is by also rocking something with the Jacobs part to it, right? Now, my Buzzy Muzz rolled with that shotgun, and it also rolled with Jacobs license on there. This is why I'm getting that benefit from this right down here, the Vindictive Hat Trick. All right. Now, I could chuck this out if I wanted to. And if you notice, everything crits. All right. I'm not throwing my knife at any individual person. I am just critting everybody on its own. Okay. I really like this Buzzy Muzz a lot because this shotgun is genuinely insane. And we're going to switch over to our shotgun and we're going to see. I just got 1,000,000 damage right there. All right. Now, if you're going to take this build into bossing, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pop this. You're going to want to have a good, strong hitting button here, or a strong, like the beam tosser is what I'm talking about here. You want to have a couple clicks on here, and then all you want to do is just shoot the beam tosser. That's an easy 1,000,000 damage right there. So far on UVH1, I haven't gotten to UVH5 on this build just yet. It is one-shotting pretty much every single boss, every single vault boss, no matter who I'm coming across. That is deleting them off the screen within a couple seconds. It's insane. It's insane. So get yourself a beam tosser. Get yourself whatever that you want for your mobbing weapon, whatever feels best to you, and just go ham, man. Just go ham. A lot of people do like rocking the People's Bori with a taser on there because it will do a fuck ton of damage. So if I make every single one of these guys a target again, I'm gonna throw this out there. I only have the one shot for the taser, unfortunately, but as you can see, every single time it's gonna crit, it's also going to do damage. That's doing 300,000 damage there. It's ricocheting. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. If you can roll this with Jacobs as well, it just gets even better. If you can get it with Jacobs, and you can also get multiple tasers out there. I haven't found one yet, but that will make this a lot better. And the build is flexible. You can rock whatever that you want, right? You can rock whatever rep kit that you want, whatever ordnance that you want, whatever enhancement that you want. It doesn't matter. Rock what you want. As long as you get the right firmware, it feels even better. As long as you get the right skills, everything is going to crit. Everything is going to deal all kinds of damage. All right. So enjoy Harlowe. And on a side note, every single one of you that were complaining about the crit knife being broken, fuck you, man. Nah. I made a build for Amon. It used the crit knife. Okay? You hit for millions of damage on one guy. One guy per knife. I want you to understand something right quick. We're hitting for millions of damage on everyone. Infinitely critting on Harlowe. Nah, bro. With this being in the game, the crit knife is fine. It doesn't even need a nerf because this chick can crit everything endlessly. Nah, bro. Nah. Get out of here with that. Miss me with that crit knife bullshit. I will always use the crit knife now. I will always use it. Screw you guys. Not actually, I love you. Please subscribe.